I once heard that when you boil chicken, all of the foam or the scum that comes to the surface is impurities. So I decided to do a little experiment. Let's go over what causes the foam when you go to boil a chicken. The foam or scum can come from different reasons. One reason, the protein in the meat can become denatured. This is particularly the protein albumin. Another cause of foam or scum from boiling chickens can be impurities. And the impurities, they rise to the surface when they are heated, so they rise as scum or foam. Now let's talk about what these impurities can be and where they can come from. One possible reason is the chicken feed. Chicken feed can play a factor in foam production. If a chicken feed has higher protein content, higher protein can create more muscle, and more muscle gives more protein in the meat to denature. Another thing is additives in the feed, any supplements or antibiotics or non-natural fillers. Anything like that can accumulate in the meat, and it may also contribute to the off-putting foam and scum. A higher quality and more natural feed, most often that it leads to cleaner, more natural meat with less or cleaner foam. Other possible factors that increases foam production is if the bird was an older bird, the processing method was poor, or the stored meat was older or improperly stored. Also, back to the quality of feed, free-range birds versus factory farm birds, they're treated differently, they're raised differently, the feed's differently. So I believe that my experiment that you will see sheds light on some things I just went over. This first one you see is one of our Buff Orpington hens that I butchered. Our chickens are completely free range. They can run away, fly away if they want. We have predator issues, but they are completely free range. They eat grass, scraps, bugs, whatever they want. We do give them feed, and the feed is not, unfortunately, it is not organic feed. It is not even non-GMO feed. I know that's terrible, but it's not. It's just what is made locally here. So this Buff Orpington hen that I had butchered, she was probably a couple years old. I butchered her, and then I noticed a couple pretty good fat globs on her outer body as well. So that is why this chicken has a lot of yellow fat boiling. It's because of those extra fat globs I went ahead and threw in this pot with this carcass. Now, this is just a carcass. The thighs are left on, but I did remove the breast for another meal. So for the next two videos, you will see that I remove the breast in order to make this more comparable. Notice that our own personal backyard free-range hen, as she's boiling, there is no scum, no foam whatsoever. Even when I move the spoon around to try to move the fat out of the way, there is no foam and no scum. This next chicken is going to be an organic free-range whole chicken that I bought from the store. Again, I'm going to remove the breast so it's comparable to the last one. And again, to keep things somewhat controlled, I am using my black cast iron Dutch oven. So I just remove the breast, it's in water and it's boiling. You can see there's fat already rising to the surface. It looks wonderful. So far, there is no foam or scum. Right here on the edge of the pan, I see a little bit of scum. I'm just flipping it over, looking for foam or scum. Don't see any. The broth looks really good. The chicken's cooking nicely. It's tender. All of that fat on the broth looks so tasty. And here we are after it's been cooking some more. You can still see no scum, no foam. You can see how clear the broth is. Even as I move it around, there is no foam coming to the surface. Now we're done cooking it. You can see it made a beautiful broth. And again, it looks really good. No foam, no scum. Now let's go ahead and boil down a store-bought Tyson whole chicken. These chickens are raised in barns in very, very, very close quarters. There can be tens of thousands, possibly more, depending on the size of the barn. of chickens per barn. They are just not raised nor fed nor treated very well. So again, to keep things as close to controlled as I can, I removed the breast from this Tyson chicken, and again I placed it in my black cast iron pot, covered it with water. On the videos, I have time-stamped how long the chicken has been cooking. You can see after just 3 minutes, there is some foam already coming out of the chicken. After 7 minutes, look at that, the chicken is nearly completely covered in the foam. This did not happen at all on the first 2 chickens. There was nothing like this. You can see the foam is kind of solid and it's thick. It's pretty shocking, especially after seeing the first 2 chickens had nothing like this. So our backyard raised chicken that is completely free range can run away, fly away if it wants. They get attacked by predators. They are not fed organic feed, not even non-GMO feed, and none of them had this. Our organic free-range store-bought chicken did not have this, but the Tyson chicken has this. Now, here's what it looks like after about 20 minutes of cooking. You can see some foam residue on the lid and around the outside of the pot, but I noticed during this cooking process that after about 20, 22, 25 minutes of cooking, the foam kind of just disappears. I did not skim off any of this foam from the Tyson chicken at all. I did not remove any of it. It just kind of disappears. So I just wanted to make sure to point that out because, you know, if you boil down a Tyson chicken and you just put the lid on and let it cook down for an hour and then you open your lid and be like, oh, well, I don't get any foam, you might within the first 20 minutes, especially the first 10 minutes. That was really the most of it. So I'm not quite sure what happens. I don't know if that means that the chicken meat by then is now clean and the toxins and the possible toxins are in the broth, or if it's still completely in both. I don't know. But in the end, it still made a beautiful broth. It had some nice fat on it, and our dog thoroughly enjoyed this.